Okay. Are you able to complete that question? I think till sigma xi, sigma yi, and we completed, and I asked you to complete that one. What is the answer you got that one? Correlation coefficient, is it 0.96? Last question. 0.96, yes, Aditya?
Yes,
Ma'am,
Yes,
29 by root 7 into root 13.
29 by root 7 into root 30.
Root 13.
13. Then you have to take the root and simplify. Final answer you have to give in decimals. Okay, final answer should be in decimal. And note down, it is 0.961. 0.9 something. 0.961. Now let's start with the next question. Write the next one. Write the next one. Find the correlation coefficient. Find the correlation coefficient between the heights of husbands and wives, based on the following data. And interpret the results. So we have to find and interpret the data. So here, listen. Whenever we find the correlation, if the correlation is positive, we can say it is positively correlated. Positively correlated means if height is increasing, weight is also increasing. If height is increasing and weight is decreasing, means in that case we call it is negatively correlated. One data is increasing, other one is decreasing, means in that case we say it is negatively correlated. Okay, so you find out the correlation. If it is positive, then we can say that it is positively correlated. And if it is negative, we can say that it is negatively correlated. Okay, that is what you have to interpret. Interpret means after finding this for a coefficient of correlation, you have to check is it positive or negative. That's what you have to give that. Okay, interpret means you have to mention is it positively correlated or negatively correlated. Is it clear? Now, you can start with this question. Write the question. Okay, draw the table. Draw the table. The table is given like this. X, Y. 15 data are given. Okay, and xi is a very big in number. X and Y are big in number. We go with assumed mean. So this problem, okay, if possible, we can do it with assumed mean. Write down. X is height of the husband. Height of the husband. And Y is height of the wife. Height of the wife. 76, 75, 75, 72, 72, 71, 71, 70, 68, 68, 68 4 times, then 67, 67, 62. 67, 67, 62. And height of Y, 71, 70, 70, 67, 71, 65, 65, 67, 64, 65, here also 65. The next is 66, 66, then 63, 65, 61. So about 15 data are given. And look at this, all the numbers are 2-digit numbers. All the data are 2-digit number. Now here, it is already arranged in descending order. Is that not? Almost, it is arranged. Okay, what you can do, here when xi and yi are big in number, we can take one assumed mean, approximately some middle value as A, and somewhat middle value can take it as B. Okay, so here, listen, okay, we are going to do it by assumed mean method. I'm going to take somewhat the middle value 17 as A and B somewhat a middle value. Okay, it is not compulsory you have to take the same, somewhat approximately, and 66, I'm going to take it as B. And I'm going to define U and V. What is U? U is, UI is xi minus A. And what is Vi? Vi is yi minus B. We are going to do this by using assumed mean method. We are defining U and V. U is xi minus A, V is xi minus B. A is 70 and B we are taking as 66 so that the numbers we can make it small. That's what. That is our aim. So you define UI. 70 minus 76. It is 6, isn't it? The next one is 5. I'll draw the line so it will not be confused. Again, the next one is 5. 2. Next one is again 2. 1. Again, it is 1. So it is 0. Minus 2. Again, minus 2. Minus 2. Minus 2. And minus 3. Minus 3. Then next one is minus 8. Okay, minus 8. Minus 8. Then once you find this, find out what is sigma ui. What is sigma u? Find out. After finding xi, find what is sigma u. Find out what is sigma ui.
Is it 0?
Yes, it is 0. Sigma ui will be 0. Similarly, find out vi. What is v? Yi minus 66, isn't it? So you'll get, here it is 5, 4, 4, 1, again 5, 71 means it is 5, 66 minus 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, 0, minus 3, minus 1, then find out what is sigma vi.
Is it 2?
Is it 2? Check it. It's, no.
6.
This 5, this given answer is 5. Check it.
Ma'am, 8.
5. Are you getting the answer as 5? Anila Mohanan?
I got 8.
8. Add the positive numbers. When you add the positive numbers, what do you get? 9, 10, 14, 19, 20, 21. This 21. Positive numbers, if you add, it is 20. When you add the negative numbers, minus 2, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, 10, 15. Is it top number? Is there any number given here? 5, 4, 4, 1, 5, 1 minus 1, 67, it is 1. 1 minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, 0, minus 1. So this 1 means this is 20 and this is negative 50. So you will get 5. 5 only will get. Check it. Add the positive numbers separately and add the negative numbers. Are you getting 5, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
So the next column is, after that, the next column is, after defining ui, find out what is ui square. Then vi square. ui square, vi square. Then next is uv. Next, find out what is uv. ui square, vi square, then find out what is uv. This square means it is 36, 25, 25, 4, 4, 1, 1, 0, 4, 4, 4, is 4, 9, 9. Nine, 64. Similarly, vi square, 25, 16, 16, 1, 25, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 0, 9, 1, 25. Then find out what is u into v. 30, 20, 20, 2, 10, minus 1, minus 1, 0, 4, 2, 2, 0, 9, 3, 40. Then find out what is sigma u square, sigma v square, what is sigma uv. All these things you calculate. And the n is given as 15. Total number is 15. What is sigma u square, Karthik?
194.
194. Okay. Once you complete this values, you please check it. Okay, give the answers. Is it correct? You can
Ma'am,
check.
sigma v square is 127.
Okay, it is correct. Okay,
Sigma u v square is 140.
140. Then you can, once you get all these values, you can apply the formula. Use the formula for, okay, use the formula. So coefficient variance is sigma uv minus 1 by n into sigma u into sigma v by root of sigma u square minus sigma u the whole square by n into root of sigma v square minus sigma v by sigma v square by n. So apply the values there. So 140 minus 1 by 15 into sigma u. Sigma u, I think it is 0. So it will become 0. 0 into anything, it will become 0 by root of sigma u square. Sigma u square is 194 minus, I think that one also will become 0 into root of 127 minus 1 by 15 into pi square. So simplify this and find out what is the answer. What is the final answer?
Zero point 0.19.
0 point, is it 89? Is it 0.89? Check it. Is it 0.89?
Yes, ma'am.
Finished? Is it okay, children? Is it okay? So whenever xi and yi becomes very big in number, we will be using the assumed mean method. You take the approximately middle value as a and the other one as b, and we define ui is xi minus a and bi is xi minus b, and we find out the correlation coefficient. Okay? Is it okay? Is it clear? Any doubt, children? Is it okay? Annette, Femina? Hmm? Can you do these questions? You have to, when you do these questions, calculate it carefully. Calculation mistake shouldn't come. That's not very important in this time. And formula and all, are you thorough? Did you learn the formula, Aparna? Yes. Write the next one. From the following data, find the values of A and B. From the following data, find the values of A and B, and hence find the Carl-Pearson's coefficients. And hence find the Carl-Pearson's correlation coefficients. Hence find the Carl-Pearson's correlation coefficients.
Can you repeat the question?
From the following data, find the values of A and B. Find the values of A and B, and hence find Carl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. And hence find Carl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Hence find Carl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So x and y are given. X is given as 10, 13, 16, A, 25, 26, 30. 10, 13, 16, A, 25, 26, 30. And y values are given like this: 6, 8, 10, 12, B, 15, 19. Also, it is given x bar is 20 and y bar is 12. Also, it is given x bar is 20 and y bar is 12. X bar is given as 20 and y bar is given as 12. Now look at here. Here some A and B. In between some xi's are not given. Yi is also not given. We have to find out. Usually mean will not be given. We will be finding the mean. Your mean is given and some data is missing. We have to find out the missing data. So what is the formula for mean? X bar is 20 means what you can say? Sigma xi by n is 20, isn't it? What is sigma xi? From here, can you calculate what is sigma xi? Likewise, here also you find out what is sigma yi. What is sigma xi? What is sigma xi? Is it 120 plus a? Is it correct, Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can write this as 120 plus a by how many data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By 7 is equal to 20. So from here, what is the value of a?
20.
20. A is 20. A is 20. Similarly, find out B. Find out what is sigma yi. What is sigma yi? Is it 70 plus B? plus B. So 70 plus B by 7 is 12. So 70 plus B is 84. So what is B?
14.
B is 14. So B is 14. So B is 14. B is 14. So it is 14. Instead of B, we can use 14. Now we are asked to find the called Pearson's coefficient, isn't it? So what we can do? Okay, either you can use the previous method and you can find, or the next method. Okay, you can use the other one. So X and Y given, isn't it? X and Y. X is 10, 13, 16. A we got to just, A is 20, 20, 25, 26, 30. And what is the value of Y? Y is 6, 8, 10, 12. B, the value of B is 14, 26, or 26, it is 15. 15 and 19. 10, 13, 16. A is 20, 25, 26, 30. And B is 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 and 19. So X and Y we have. So now you can define, okay, you can use the previous method to take somewhat a middle value as A. Suppose you want, you can define somewhat middle value as A. So U is Xi minus A is 20. And B, we can define V as Yi minus somewhat middle value you can take. It is 12. Then, like the previous one, this is easy one, isn't it? U we can define, V we define, then find out what is sigma U, then find out what is sigma V, then U square, then find out V square, then find out what is U into V, find out what is U into V. So it is 20 minus 10, it is minus 10, 20 is minus 7, minus 4, 0, 5, 6, 10. So I think sigma U will be 0, isn't it? Similarly, sigma V, it is minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 5, 5, 2, 3, 7. What about sigma V? That is also 0. Sigma V is also 0. Then find out what is U square. 100, 49, 16, 0, 25, 36, 100. And what is V square? 36, 16, 4, 0, 4, 9, 49. Then find out what is U into V. 60, 28, 8, 0, 10, 18, 17. What is sigma U square? What is sigma V square? What is sigma UV? All these things you find and apply in that formula and find out what is the coefficient.
Ma'am, will the final answer be 0?
No, no. What is sigma u square? Yes, it is correct. 326. Sigma v square, Aishwarya, got the answer sigma v square?
No, ma'am, I didn't enter method and I don't think so. This is the right answer.
What is the answer you got?
I got 51.52.
Here, no decimal, isn't it? Sigma v square.
And not for E square, the final answer.
Final answer. What is sigma square? Sigma u square, you got this one, 326.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what about sigma v square?
86.
No, no. This 118. Is it 118, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am. It's 118.
And sigma uv. The sigma uv. This 194. Now apply in that formula. So coefficient is 194 minus 1 by 7 into, so that one will become by 0 into root of sigma u squared is 326. 326 minus 1 by 7 into 0 square into root of 118 minus 1 by 7 into sigma v also 0 square. So it is 194. We'll get like this. 194 by root of 326 into root 118. Is it like this you are getting, Aishwarya? No. No. There's somewhere some calculation mistake is done. Check it. Then find the square root and find the answer.
How is it 0.98?
0 point. Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you do the long division for 118?
118 long division.
Yes, ma'am.
So 118. You take the long division, you have to find the pair. 1 is 1, 0, isn't it? Then 1 you will double 2. Okay, you'll be taking the next pair down, 18. 2, when you double it, certainly it is smaller than, so it is not possible. So 10 points, then you take the next pair, 20. Is it clear? Okay, 10
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So suppose it is 9 means 9 nines are 81. 18 it is bigger. So 10.8 something you should get. Okay. Okay, children, I end the session now. Okay. Okay, you can rejoin. Next period we have the